research shows that social-emotional learning can have a positive impact on life success, including improved positive attitudes towards self and others, greater motivation to learn, better academic and job performance, decreased antisocial behavior, reduced emotional distress, increased civic engagement.
Out-of-school time comes with a philosophy that's youth-centered because the purpose is not to cover a lot of content, but it's to develop the relationship that allows these programs to work on social and emotional learning skills. The SEL Challenge is a partnership between the Susan Crown Exchange and 8 exemplary programs to identify best practices in SEL programming by telling inspiring stories from expert practitioners and share what we've learned in an SEL field guide. In this project, we define social and emotional learning in terms of 6 categories. We talk about emotion management, teamwork, empathy, initiative, responsibility, and problem solving.
Here at the Possibility Project, we bring groups of teenagers together to write an original musical from the stories of their lives. Everyone writes his or her own part, and then they have to perform it, and it has to be excellent. When we're creating the show, every step along the way, we're involved in social emotional learning. We do a lot of team building and relationship building. We do an exercise called Life Stories, where we share stories honestly and openly about who we are. Everyone thinks that it's about the telling, but actually it's about the listening. That builds empathy in a way that nothing else does.
Because they are able to understand one another, they know that this isn't just a play, this isn't a part, this is someone's story, this is someone's real life that they're portraying.
In our program, if our young people don't take initiative, nothing happens because it's built on that. We're not backstage with them. They've got to do the whole thing on their own. It is so much easier to just tell young people what to do. The reality is they have to do it in order to learn it. It's all about preparation. If you prepare right, good things will happen every time. When they come in the program, they're real unsure of themselves. By the time they get to the end of the program, they are more confident, more grounded, and have a community that they can carry with them, and that is life-changing.
Youth on Board is an organization that works with young people from Boston Public Schools and brings them from the margins of the community into the center. The average young person that's in this program, by the time they get to high school, feels pretty discouraged about their education. We want to get them excited about what is possible and actually be part of decision-making processes. We can use social emotional learning as a way to do something to change their schools.
We are involved as students in so many different ways and continue every day to try to get out there and to get involved.
The students have created a first-of-its-kind phone app around student rights. This app is taking those policies now in Boston Public Schools and puts them into one easy, accessible place. There was a lot of problem solving we had to do around the app. We had technical problems, we had legal problems, and the young people had to figure out how to distribute this all over the Boston Public Schools. The responsibility they're developing with this app is incredible.
And funny, you're very invited to the RC class too, even though you haven't been yet.
Young people actually come in, feel like this is my program, and then you watch that carry out in their lives. You watch their grades go up. You watch their lives change, their relationships change. Social emotional learning is incredibly important because it lasts with them for the rest of their lives.
Our mission at the Voyager Outward Bound School is to change lives through challenge and discovery. Our program supports social and emotional learning because these skills feed the other things that these young people want to achieve.
We take young folks out into the wilderness, and by challenging them, they discover a lot about themselves and what they're all capable of. As they become more comfortable with that, social and emotional development starts to happen because they have to work together.
Right now, we have a group of African-American young men who've been struggling in their school. They've been in a program for a year and a half and have really become more confident in collaborating with other people and how to communicate with one another. They become better with emotion management, and they're making better decisions in school.
We appreciated your leadership there.
That is a huge testament to who you are as a person and the role that you play in this group.
It's really inspiring how the Outward Bound experience is really just a metaphor for how people can use the social and emotional skills that they've learned here and apply those to their day-to-day life.
Teamwork makes the dream work!
Programs that build social and emotional skills are much more effective experiences for adolescents than those that don't.
You knew what had to happen, and you were making it happen.
The field guide for the SEL Challenge is a how-to manual for doing SEL skill building with adolescents. Educators can help us share what we've learned, download the field guide, and join the conversation. Let's use this resource to make high-quality social and emotional learning opportunities available for more children.
Social emotional learning has a lasting impact on young people.
To see these guys gain employment, get into college, and believe in themselves is just fantastic. Social emotional learning works.
I'm proud of them when they're on stage, but I am even more proud of the people they become.